up the gear and has opened up daylight immediately, takes a glance, and the Frenchman is clear. Good move here by Tergy.
Solid attack. We saw him go clear on the Côte d'Ivoire and he did a similar move, but this is a much closer distance to the finish, so if this one pays off, it is a really serious attack. Good moment to go. Lots of it out. They've done well to get themselves to the front, but they're definitely starting to lack a bit of firepower. They're starting to lack a bit of energy, and these attacks are looking increasingly successful. They've been attacked all the way into the finish here. Stander Wolf, Rage Tour, just trying to close this move to Anthony Tergy, and if you can get across these two riders at the front, it'll prove quite difficult to bring back, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. If you can get over the top of this drag, it then drops down. So Tergy, he's got it aside. This is another big move. Good attack there again. This is Goldstein again. So Goldstein's riding well, attacked on the final ascent of the Côte d'Ivoire and is gone straight past Stander Wolf. So Goldstein riding exceptionally strongly. But what he's doing for Lotto Soudal is giving them that little bit of a stepping stone. It's always nice. I think everybody's got in their mouths at the moment. It's good riding here by Goldstein, straight past the man from France. And Tergy's struggling to get on. Well, it's an impressive ride by the Israeli rider here.
Yeah.
Riders, again, his number slightly obscured, can't ID him just yet, but under 4 kilometers to go. They're over the top of that long drag. Then they essentially go into a bowl and it climbs up for the last kilometer. So fast moving bunch now. Goldstein still on the front, and tucked into his slipstream from France is Anthony Tergy, but it does look like this might all come back together again here, Connor.
It's really hanging into the balance, isn't it? Lotto Soudal, they've lost the rider. There's no one quite chasing. It's just attacks flying.
Two riders dangling off the front now in the closing kilometres of what has been an intriguing race so far. Omar Goldstein is the man in second position, but the man just on the front there from Total Energy. The runner-up this year in Milan-San Remo is Anthony Tergy, but they only have a slender lead as the road starts to descend before it picks up again into the finish. We've still got to go through a very technical town centre in Marche in Famenne, but at the moment they're rocketing down this descent. A brief little bit of respite, and the two riders that were in front are about to be caught, and it is Arkea Samsic now shutting down the gaps, Connor.
Yeah, it looks like it's all coming together on this descent. There's going to be some nervous moments in this group as we go through town. Such a narrow little section as you descend down this bit and then you go through the high street of the town, and yeah, everyone's trying to position themselves at the front. It's going to be really key, because if you get caught out now, then you're really going to hamper your chances. Rory Townsend, Irish national champion, is still in the mix there, just on the right hand side, went out of our shot.
Well, this is where we're just... Sorry, great to see him in the mix. There he is, just on the inside there, clearly identifiable. That's a jersey you know very, very well. This is that technical section now, 1,700 metres to go. The road narrows, that pinch point through the roundabout, underneath the bridge, and then we go through the town centre with those different changing surfaces, go through the Flamme Rouge, then take a technical right, and then it's 700 metres, and they can see the line a long way off, and it is at the front. At the moment, it is Alex Kirsch. They'll be looking after Ed Turns, who is in that group. Arkea Samsic also riding hard. It looks like they might be protecting Amaury Capio at the moment. And also in the mix on the right-hand side there, coming through to the front, is Jasper de Boist looking after Arnaud Delis. Here's that little right-hander into the town. At the moment, it's advantage Lotto Soudal.
Yep, they've ridden a perfect race. They've managed to get things still together in this closing kilometre. I'm not sure how they've done that, because the attacks have been absolutely flying. Rider from Trek just gets caught out on the pavement there on the right. Edward Toons is up there. He's got the sprint. He can win this sort of race. Tim Merlier nicely positioned in around 6th or 7th wheel. Belgian national champion. He's right where he needs to be. He's hung on over these climbs. Trixie afraid they've obviously changed tactics to work for Edward Toons, and that has helped keep things together. We see a crash go down. Oh.
I'm not too sure who that is. Straight back on the bike. That was very quick, almost cyclical style. I'm not too sure which rider that was. Whether it was Arnaud Delis or one of his teammates. I can't tell from here. But Jasper de Boist is on the front. Well, I've never seen somebody crash and dismount with such elegance in my life. What a fascinating crash there. And I'm not too sure who it was, but at the moment it is Arkea Samsic on the front. We've got 400 metres to go. And they're starting to wind things up for the sprint now. I think Lotto Soudal have actually lost their sprinter now. So Hugo Hofstetter, fascinating sprint. Couple of bits of bumping and barging there as Tim Merlier opens things up on the right-hand side. side. Connor Swift is in the centre here, and as Ed turns on the right-hand side, who's going to take this one? It's difficult to see. Oh, this is going to be a fascinating sprint to the line. Looks like it is Arkea Samsic in the centre. Well, this is a traction on the right-hand side. Oh, it is. Looks like Zongler's going to take it. It looks like Axel Zongler took it on the right-hand side at the very last. The man from Coppice emerged from the melee to take the win. What an absolute...
Everyone kind of started at one point. I can't wait to see that one back, because that's one of the longest for the guy, because yeah, that was a tough and that's bike race. It just doesn't work.
Well, let's have a look at this again. Let's try and unpick this one. So you could write a book on what happened in this final kilometre. This is the right-hander. Just talk us through this.
Yeah, so this is the last right-hander, and it looks like he just goes into the saddle and tries to accelerate again. And we saw a crash here a few laps before. Just loses the back wheel kind of bike before. Yeah. But it was too late. The sprint started. Edgewater went on the right. Arkea Samsic did a good job in the closing kilometres to try and keep things together. But Zongler, I mean, he's still quite far back at this stage. He's kind of 10th rider there. Merlier doing all he can to get out there with the solid shoulder barge on the right. And everyone appears to kind of start their sprint quite early. Tim Merlier goes, he's got good acceleration, he gets blocked in a few times. He goes again, gets blocked in once more. Zongler finds a way through on the left. See that? I mean, whoa, he gets blocked in about 3 times. But Zongler's the one who finds a clear road on the left, and he takes the win by a nice margin in the end.
Definitely, I think it might have been, it was difficult to see who was actually second there, whether it was sitting on the hoods, which is pretty unusual. It did it to devastating effect. In the end, I mean, look, he was doing it. He won it easily in the end, didn't he?
He really did.
Third place, Oliver Narsson of AG to our switch, and then we have Hugo Hofstetter. The second have 2 in the top 4 for Arkea Samsic. Then we have Hugo Page, Jenti Bermans, Tim Merlier, Edward Turns, William Boivin, former winner of this race, and rounding out the top 10.